So, hello guys, how you all doing? Welcome to my YouTube channel. How you all doing? This is Elizabeth and this is Liz Talk. This channel is all about tech talk, quality analysis, software testing basically. So if it's something you are interested in, please do well to subscribe so you can see more of videos whenever I publish them. So yeah. So basically, we'll be talking about quality analysis. This video is just like an intro. We'll be talking about quality analysis, software testing, quality control. I just want to define some terms that we really need as the course or as the class goes on. So I will be defining those terms and also try to as much as possible to explain to you guys in a very clean plain term. Basically, this channel is all about freestyling. I don't want anything bulky. We are going to know all the definitions that we need to know, but at the same time I will try as much as possible to make sure that everything is on a layman level. You are not doing so sophisticated things here, but we are still getting the things done. Yeah. So today I'll be talking about what is software, what is quality analysis, what is quality control in a very down to the ground term that you'll be able to understand. Yeah, so I'll be citing an example with a car. All right, so assuming you have a car, there is a the car will go through the process of being manufactured. In the process of being manufactured, after process of being manufactured, then they will have to test run the car to make sure that the car is working properly. After that, they will deliver the car to the customer or the end user or the consumer or the user. That's the way software testing is, or software development is. All right, so let's say the development of the car is the software development part. So they get to write code to develop the system. They get to um, you know put different code together, implement code that would make the system function the way it ought to function. So they will write code, which is done by the developers. So the developers will write code. After writing the code, then it will get to that testing point. And that testing point is where the software testers come in. They will test to make sure that, okay, is the car functioning the way it ought to function? Is the car meeting the requirements of the users or of the manufacturer? Is the car doing what it ought to do? When if I start the car, will the car start? If I start the car and press my accelerator, will it move? If I press the brake, will the car stop? So all those things are what testers do. So basically that's what testers do in system. Okay, if I want to log in, am I able to log in? Am I able to input my email? Am I able to input my password? Am I able to see my dashboard? Am I able to do all these things? That is what software testers look out for. So at the end of the day, they will be able to see, okay, if this is working well, and if this is not working well, they'll be able to report back to the developer. So that's what the software tester do. That's their job. They are to test run to make sure that there's no fault, and if they find any fault, they will report back to the developer, which developer will get it fixed, then return it back to the tester so they can test it. You get, so after testing and they see that, okay, this thing, they have a befitting quality of how the car should be, then they will give it to the end users, and the end users will carry out their own testing to make sure that, okay, it's befitting for them to sell to the consumers. So that's the way it is. So for software, let us start from the development phase. Development phase, after developing the software, okay, then the tester will come into play. They are to test for all the functionalities and make sure that the functionalities meet up with the requirements of of the client. Make sure that the login is working. Okay, let's say for instance we are using an online shopping. The login is there. There's a dashboard. The logout button is working. The add to cart is working. The proceed to checkout is working. All those things are functioning well. that is what the software tester would look out for and make sure that, okay, find any faults. Okay, their job mainly is to find faults in all these things. They find faults so as to promote and increase the integrity of the software. Because let us say, for instance, they just produce a software and they are not testing it and it gets to the end user. Definitely it will be of no use to the end user if it's filled with fault and does not meet the requirements of the client. So basically that's what the software try to evacuate, as in evict. They try to make sure that the software is fault free, even if it's not 100% fault free, but it meets that quality standard, which I'm going to define later. It meets that standard of requirement given to them, and after testing, then they can give it to the client. The client will also carry out their own tests to make sure that, okay, this thing is running well, okay, this thing is met all the requirements I gave the development team. And after they've cross-checked that, okay, this thing is working, then they can give it to the end users. So basically that's what software testing is all about, or software development is all about. All right, so I think this will make me now define what quality analysis. Analysis or quality assurance is like a set of procedure that needs to be followed in order to produce a quality software. So it's like a set of rules, a set of guidelines that needs to be followed in order to have a quality software at the end of the day, like the processes you need to follow in order to have a quality software. And then both from the development of the software to the testing to the delivery of the software, a quality analyst will take care of how the process go up, just to make sure that the process is going flowly. Okay, from the developer, there's a very smooth flow to the tester, there's a smooth flow from the tester to the developer, there's a smooth flow of the software, the complete software, to the end user or to the client. So that's what quality assurance is all about. It makes sure that there's a smooth flow by following this set of processes or this set of procedure, laid down procedure. So that's what quality assurance is all about. Basically, you want to make sure that, okay, there's this set of rules that needs to be followed in order for a software to be produced, right from the beginning of the software being produced to the delivery of the software. A quality assurance will make sure that, okay, there's a smooth flow of all that, following the set of rules or set of guidelines or set of procedure or set of techniques being laid down. Yeah. So software testing is like a branch of quality of software quality analysis. Let me put it that way. It's like a branch of it. So quality software testing comes into play when the software is being developed. Yeah. So there are different methodologies to the way a software tester can come in, but the main one we'll be discussing about now is agile methodology. And that agile methodology is, okay, so the agile methodology is all about, let me cite an example. Like, okay, the developer developed a build. As soon as the build is released, they will give it to the software testers. Then they will test the build and say, okay, fine, this build is stable, or there's error. They will report back to the developer that there's error. Developer will fix the build, fix whatever it is the error is, give it back to the tester. The tester will make sure, okay, fine, the error has been fixed. Then if there's any other build, they will give it to the software tester, and it goes on like that until the software is completely built and there is no error. So that's what software testers actually do. They make sure that they detect error, report bugs, and these bugs are like defects. They report faults to the developers to make sure that it is being fixed. They need to make sure that it is fixed. So once the developer tells them that, Gary, I don't fix the bug, they will return it back to the software tester. Software tester will carry out another test, which is called regression test. Don't worry, I'll give you definitions about that probably in my next video, because this video is all about introduction. So it goes on like that. Once a build is released, they will test it. Once they find any fault, they will report back to the developer that see, oh, there's fault, or people should repair it, or after fixing the bug they will return the build again. You people should check if the bug has been fixed. That's the software tester. They will check it that okay, fine, the bug has been fixed and it does not tamper with any other components. So that is just to make sure that there is they release a befitting software at the end of the day, a quality software at the end of the day. So that's what quality assurance, quality testing, software testing is all about. Just to make sure that at the end of the day, the client is getting what they pay for. The client is getting a quality software at the end of the day. Quality control is a product oriented process in that it deals with the end product. Like, fine, the software has been developed and it has been tested and they say okay, there's no fault, good, there's no fault in it, or whatever fault that is found is being fixed. Then this quality control comes into play. Then they are going to analyze and check, okay, this thing that the software developer and software tester are saying, okay, fine, they've produced a good product or a quality product. Let us check and look at how quality the product or the system is. So that's what software, so that's what quality control is all about. In a layman language, you can also, do your personal development about it, but that's the way I understand it. So basically, software testing is to make sure that at the end of the day, when the system is being produced, it's it's of a good quality. It's of a good quality. It's, the degree at which the functionality of that system meets the requirements of the client, or meets the business requirements. Sure, you get. So is the degree at which the functionality meets the requirements, and these requirements are stated by the clients. Like, the clients will give the development team that this is what I want to, this is what I want in my system. I want the customer to be able to log in. I want them to be able to receive emails. I want them, all those things. They state it down, then give it to the developer. So the degree at which whatever it is the client wants meets the functionalities of the system, that's what we call quality. Well, quality can be defined in so many ways to so many people, but in terms of software development, that's what quality is. Quality is like how much, like what is the proportion of the requirement to the functionality in the system. Like, is it a very good proportion? Is it of a very low proportion? If it's of a very low proportion, that means it's a low quality build. But if it's of a very good proportion or very high proportion, then it's of a very good quality. That's a very good quality build. So it's just like that. And I hope you guys understand. I'm just trying as much as possible not to speak too many grammar. But in my next video, I'm going to talk about the SDLC. SDLC, which is a software development life cycle. I'm going to talk intensively about SDLC, the methodologies of SDLC. I'm going to talk about that in my next video. So please do well to like and subscribe to this channel so you can see more of the videos I post and also learn more. So thank you and bye. See you in my next video. Bye.